Yeah, folks, Quilly here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Terra Invicta. We are Project Exodus, and we have just completed the mission to Mercury Research. We're going to launch a couple of probes there, and then open up the research tree, and probably still mostly go for relatively cheap stuff. I don't know. Unless we pick a bold, more advanced tech, which is going to be a long-term commitment, but, you know, moving it to where we want. Like, we could start pushing towards the fission pulse drives, because I think the advanced fission pulse drive is like one of those really great mid-game drives that are kind of just generically good at all the things. I think, because this is like the marine stuff, logistics. I think molecular assembler leads to some really good stuff. It also leads to ultra capacitors, which I think is required for something. But yeah, I'm really wondering about the pulse drives. I mean, obviously more lasers, more better. I think the high temperature superconductors are also important for some of the advanced drives. Also some coil stuff, which is always good. But I think I like this. Let's throw it in. Now, do we actually need to do the hyperfocus on it? I don't know. In fact, what I might want to do right now is not care too much about what gets next, although the laser engines might be nice. Maybe I'll put the 3 in here, but then like do this to really focus on our projects, kind of go kind of meh on these two, especially these were both material ones, but that's okay. Again, we actually don't have a lot of material study. I really need to get the social studies, which I'm upgrading a couple of space stations in orbit around Earth to get some social studies labs down. I think we didn't have the tech when I originally built my Earth stations, and then when we did later, well, you can't build it around the moon or anything like that because you need a presence, so we'll have to get those up around Earth. And yeah, the burner drives as part of our idea for the warships. We don't actually have as much MC as I might like because we are about to go, Echo 1, your job is to go to Mercury. Thank you very much. And we will try to get the presence in the interface orbit first. So we're going to go for the fastest arrival date, burning tons of Delta V, which is fine. Well, actually, I guess this guy's going to be responsible for building a shipyard. Or just at least a supply depot. Yeah, I think. I am going to want a shipyard, though. And that doesn't necessarily need to be a low Mercury orbit. Maybe we can make an orbital adjustment after we get there. Okay, we've got some abductions that we'll want to go and investigate. I'll have to probably take some people off of auto, because they don't tend to do the investigations on auto, which actually this one in Poland's been here for a little bit. I think my idea was to maybe leave it go. I don't know if the fact that this stays here has any effect. I think other than investigating it, maybe there's no reason. So you go to the one in Warsaw, and I'll get you to do the one in Ho Chi Minh. And Grant, you're going to go, you know, you got a couple places. Actually, why don't you do China?
Ready.
And you do Vietnam.
Taking it
Before it gets worse, which means you're investigating here, so we still need to investigate with someone. There we go. You will investigate the one in Vietnam.
See what we can find.
Okay. That looks good. Oh, slightly over. Oh, something must have unbroken. You know what? I think that's fine then. Yeah, okay. Because we had a little bit of cap, and I wasn't sure. We didn't have a good target for taking anything. If a target opens itself up. Oh, hello, Slovakia. We're going to go for Slovakia. I'll probably drop control over Mexico or UK or something again. Okay, the construction module here is finally done. Let's go and get ourselves established a little bit more here. We'll get a couple of layered defense things. Maybe I won't upgrade the nanofactory right now because this thing should be helping. You know, no, I'll upgrade to the nanofactory right away. We'll get you for power, so that's going to be net power. I think the idea was to get some, you know, I talked about the shipyards, which we might wait until we get the level 2 version of it. Energy Research Center, we've got quite a bit of that. Like, I'm tempted to go straight to the level 2 version. So we can get a hydroponics bay. And then maybe upgrade it to a farm later. Okay, I'll just do this. This is going to keep our toehold on Venus. But really, that's not doing much, but other than wasting 3 control points, or mission control. Maybe it's not the ideal, but it's there. It's fine. Again, it's nearly as good as the Mercury thing, but I don't think we're super investing around Venus, at least not right now. Okay, so we've got an alien running around still. Okay, alien fleet is still launching. We've wiped out the flora. Whipped out some more. Great job, you two.
Recon complete.
Investigations are both happening, which is swell. So yeah, I'm going to look into building our military ship starting in 2023. I might still be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to wait for one other key technology that I hadn't realized we were missing quite yet. But when the burner drive kicks in, maybe even before... Let's say we could sync these up a little bit. A little closer. Delay this to get the targeting computer a bit earlier. Maybe that's fine, just to get a little closer, because I might wait for best. Although, hold on, no. What I'm going to do, change of plans. I'm going to keep this going, because as soon as the burner drive kicks in, I'm going to do a sort of test blueprint for our ship. I don't think I'll lock it in until we get the targeting computer, but then we'll be able to see if something is missing, and that I'm going to want to queue up after the burner drive. So I think that's going to be okay. How's the XP? Not really anything... Oh, I did get another, I think I gave it to Grant. We got another, I think it was a 3 point. I think Polaris resource we picked up. For another 8% more mining. Oh no.
I'm here.
Reporting.
Right, just investigation stuff in St. Petersburg. And yeah,
Standing
there
by
is an
for
alien
orders.
there.
Ready for my mission.
0%! I mean, admittedly, oh, this is, why is it? Oh, because it's auto-cycling. God damn it. I'm sure I gave a little click over here to Letitia. Yeah, 8%. That's pretty bad. I mean, we can give it a go. But I might just not worry until it comes into our own territory. So we've got our own little buttons to hit. Hello, humanity first. Oh, and then I forgot poor Lucian. Okay. Go. And we're never really sitting on a lot of influence, but I don't think we're really having too many problems. Okay. Oh, yes, level 2 in a couple of places. Hold on, let me just minimize that one for a sec. So, your job, even though you can't do it quite yet, we'll plan the solar array. We might go and build some fission stuff around Earth, because it's only like half strength, but it's okay. I don't mind that these modules die for now. I'm going to get a second one queued up. And we're going to need 2-layered defense everywhere. But your job is to do social science, which we don't have it as a boost. It's plus 32 in actual potential power, yeah. Let me do one more, because when we get these leveled up to 2, they'll use more power. I might need to leave this open for a bit more power. But we'll get that there. We'll finally get a social science boost, and I think we're going to do something extremely similar over here. We'll do that. I'll queue 1 extra up, 2 defense arrays, and we're also going to build some social labs here with 1 spot left open. Okay.
Offering counsel.
I think that's going to be very good for us. And... yeah, okay, we want this for that. The reduced boost cost sending material. I mean, we theoretically aren't using that much boost, but I think it's still worth picking up. And investment points towards boost, again, we're not doing much of that, but I don't know how much we'll prioritize it. But I think it is something we're going to want to grab at some point. I think I'm fine with that. Peace, Russia-Nigeria war, okay. Do the servants have control over, no, partial. We could, I suppose, target this one and then go and take the executive. And then this, and then share this with the resistance. I mean, I don't like that the servants have... do they not have nukes? 30 nukes, there it is. Okay, they're gonna maybe take control. Oh, really? Even with our 3, I mean, we could dial back on one of these. I'm not sure that it's the end of the world. Honestly. I think we'll probably just keep going with the focus on our own projects for now. I think I'm kind of okay with things. Yeah, Echo 1's still moving over to Mercury. Now, maybe, you know, because I could be claiming all the orbital spots around Mercury too, right? With Echo 1. Or no, I'm sorry, just by spending some boost, and maybe I should. The hope was build this first and get the construction thing, but it's not that fast. Like, that's the thing. People kept encouraging me in our live stream to do this, and honestly, I'm not sold that that's the better way. Whereas as long as I'm willing to eat the boost cost, and why wouldn't I be? Why don't I just go and reserve all these places? What I might do is reserve them with the tier 1s for now, just to... they're really not going to be very useful as a tier 1. Should I just go immediately for the tier 2s? I think I will. we're going to have to worry about our MC limit. And I mean, we'll go over it at some point with our ships. But yeah. Solar panel array. I'm going to give, and to those, I'm going to give each one of them a manufacturer regardless. I don't think every one of them needs a skunk work, but this might be like a good mercury base. Honestly, 2 solar panels might be more than we need. We might just need the one. Let me put down a hydroponics bay on top of this. And maybe call this the basic one. I don't know if it's worth saving because we're going to want to upgrade some things regardless. And then I don't know. Do we have the thing that gives us mission control? Not that, not that, not that. Not this, not the material. These are all research labs. I don't think we have the mission control boosting building, which ultimately we're going to want. How much do I need energy research? I think that's, oh no, only 18%. Okay. Congratulations. You are going to become a big energy research center and still have a little bit of energy to spare, but not a ridiculous amount. That's with a single solar panel array. And then the hydroponics bay will be upgraded to a farm, which will take a little bit more power, but will still be totally okay. All right. Found another one. I mean, they all have radiation. I don't know that the interface is going to matter, although maybe we can do something for mining, but let's do the same thing. A solar array, 2 defense arrays, definitely a nano factory. Now, actually, we can go and spam tons of these skunk works here, right? Because again, we would like a bunch to boost. We needed 1 to open up the 6th project. After that, more skunk works. Just make it so that we research projects faster. And that is valuable. So tell you what, let's make this one very skunky. Like so. Ultimately, I'm going to want 100% control over Mercury. Maybe we could wait a little bit. But tell you what, let's go and build one in the sort of middle orbit, and this is going to be our shipyard. This is our Merc shipyard. So we're going to go a solar array, 2 defense arrays. I'm still going to throw a nano factory on here. Now, these things will eat metal if they're not helping to construct things, but they will give us money, and I think it's okay. We might not put one everywhere later, but for now it's going to be fine. So you're going to get a bunch of space docks. Maybe I should just wait for the level 2. I mean, I guess no, we can do this, and then when I think you upgrade, I hope you just spend the difference, but I'm not sure. We'll get 1 hydroponics bay. Maybe I will just wait until level 2s. We don't need to build a Mercury fleet right now. This is going to be a placeholder for that. And I will stop now because I'm still looking to build up our fleet at home. Now that might change if we get the thing that lets us get extra MC, which I don't know what it's called, and I'm betting I could be researching it. I probably could have researched it already, and we'd like to slap a bunch of them around Mercury. I think they've been nerfed from like some time before where you could end up with a crazy amount of MC. I don't think we get nearly as much anymore, but that is going to be one of the major uses of Mercury orbitals. And we might put down Mercury mines. They do need extra like metals and stuff because of radiation stuff. And I don't think Mercury is generally a mineral powerhouse, but we'll see. The Pluto papers, confidential financial information. Not a good look for a faction. So it's going to leak info. That's not the end of the world. Fei Yun would get arrested for a little bit, but we'll lose track of Fei Yun. We could try to influence to bury the story. Pay a bunch of money. Meh. Politely suggest Fei Yun could contribute more to our cause. Pay 30 influence, gain 22,000 bucks. Lose Fei Yun's loyalty and leak stuff and gain extorted. You know what? I think we'll just keep Fei Yun out of public eye. I think that's fine. We can go and eat that. More fleets on their way. Yep, it is. I think we're behind the times on building our fleet, but hey, we're moving towards it. Let's see what we can swing. Got another MC just now. Okay, there we go. So you've arrived. And, you know, maybe I could have just waited. I don't know. So we'll found the platform in low Mercury orbit. That's fine. So they'll take some more MC. T-top station gets the soil collector, gets the construction module automatically. I'm not going to build a space dock here, even though this ship can't currently recharge. I'm hoping we can boop it up to higher orbit. I mean, I could just put down a supply depot, which is cheap to build, just to refuel it so we can go to high orbit. But we'll deal with that later. But yeah, we may as well get this down because it'll get us set up faster. The plan will be to upgrade you to an orbital core ASAP. Oh, can't, right. There's no upgrade. We gotta wait for this to be completed. And at least this will aid other construction in the area. Like, we can deploy things more locally, which might be good. So I guess it's gonna be okay. You got lots of power, because obviously, I guess what I'll do is I'll build a couple of the tier 1 point defense arrays with the plan to upgrade them later, but at least you've got that. And then, actually, do we just go and trash Echo 1? You know, it's possible that we could use this very same ship to drop a colony thing, say, around Jupiter. But I think by the time that happens, we can probably get better stuff. I propose we just go and scuttle this, which will also free up 1 MC. Yeah. I mean, we're not docked to the shipyard, so we're not going to get... That's fine. This thing is really cheap. I'm fine with this. Okay. Get scuttled.
We have found something.
We don't need you no more.
It's not about who has the biggest gun. Sometimes it's not even about who's
laser's
got the
quill.
most guns. Often, it simply comes down to who can reload fastest.
Yeah. Space assault doctrine has been queued up. That's fine. I'm gonna pull down. So we didn't end up picking the next thing, but that's okay. So I'm gonna do this because I really do want to focus on my own projects for now. Probes have arrived on Mercury. Didn't it send 2 probes, but maybe there was this and something else. Anyway, how are we looking with these ground bases? So why can't I do the tier 2? Oh, because I don't have enough MC. There's some, like, fissibles are hard to get. And actually, that's a lot of rare metals here. I'm not convinced we want to build more than... I mean, maybe we can end up with a couple here. Again, to get the rare materials. I think I do like Tongyon Crater. I'm going to claim that one. Merc Mine 01. So... Oh yeah, it's just the tier 1 right now, which I guess is fine. So the idea will be you're going to get a solar collector and get infinite power. You will have a mining complex, and probably what we'll end up with is 2-point defense arrays to stop random bombards. This might get upgraded to a tier 2, or it might just stay as a tier 1. Obviously, we'd get more minerals with the tier 2 base. We'll see. It's only going to be, you know, the 1 extra MC. It's probably worth it. Probably not tier 3s. The tier 3 mining setups, they do feel like they've got a really long payback period, so I'm not sure it's worth pursuing in most of these things. I mean, it is a little bit more concentrated because going from tier 2 to tier 3 just adds 1 extra MC rather than building, you know, a whole other base. But enemies are planning. They're planning for a long time.
Standing by.
Grant, yeah, I think we'll just be doing... Oh, yeah, I
What's
can't
the
give you any missions. Fine, fine, fine. Oh, 1 level up. Is that Grant? Oh, no, that's you. Okay. Lucian, you'll get some more admin. And, oh, we do have some more mining things. Let's Tolman Auto Aerospace. It gives us 1 extra MC. And MC is valuable, but I don't know. Let's go with let's go for the Verbena first. Very fun faction from Meiji Ascension. Does someone have room for EOS minerals? Oh, yes. Who dat? Henrietta. Let's go and pick that up. Thank you very much. Okay. And confirm assignments. Pulse Plasmoid Drive. I don't think the Pulse Plasmoid Drive is one we typically pursue. We might go through and unobsolete something if it turns out that, you know... Oh, shoot, we were way over our limit here. Okay, there's the burner drive. Hold on a sec. I'm going to click on something kind of just basic, like a farm here for a second. Or maybe the shipyards for the tier 2s. Shipyards? Okay. Let me click that on for a second. We're still paused, which is good. Yeah, we are way over the cap. I'm going to go and definitely do an abandon here in Mexico. Oh, we lose the MC from it. I suppose that's true. How much MC am I getting from here? 1.8. What else do I have? Do I just drop Iran at this point? Because, I mean, it's not giving me... Well, it's giving me 1 mission control, I suppose. And obviously, we wouldn't be getting spoils anymore. Oh, it's because we don't have Feiyun. You know what? It's fine. We're just going to eat this for a bit. I forgot, since Feyon is captured, we don't get her contribution to our MC thing. Okay, so I don't think we actually have to panic about that. Now, let's go into the ship designer and take a look at the monitors, and we're looking to defend or build something like the defender class, right? We want short range, but long engagement is what we're looking for. And weapon-wise, hull weapons, missiles, go to list mode, please. This is too short. This is too short now. The UI changes in the most recent version of the game. Excellent. A huge improvement in a multitude of ways. This is too small. Yeah, I guess we don't have the shaped nuclear torpedoes. I thought we'd research things for that, but maybe not. I don't know. But the thing is, these torpedoes are quite good. We could do point defense and things, but no, we just want a ship that's just like YOLO, fires everything, and then, you know, hopefully not all of it dies. And mostly, we're going to want some nose armor for that. So we're going to do some obsoleting here. Actually, even with the nose weapons. No, sorry, hull weapons and these missiles. Yeah, these two are like the very basic dummy missiles, I think. And I don't think we'd ever use them. So I think we can go and hide them both. Just the Artemis ones. And then for armor, tons per square meter per point, we want nanotube armor because you get more points for the least amount of weight. There are slight, differences in what they can resist or whatever, but generally that's all we want is the best over here. Nanotube armor is currently the best that we've got. And yeah, probably something like some armor on the nose and maybe nowhere else, or maybe just a token one to stop like a random, like long range weak laser to stop it from going through. This does add a lot of weight. And honestly, part of me is wondering about something like this, or literally no armor. I don't know, maybe this. We've always had a lot of debate about how much armor to put on, whether you armor the size or whatever, especially for these ones that are YOLO. I think we'll give a token amount. The side armor is very heavy. We'll give it a token amount here just to soak a few random long range shots. Okay, let's take a look at the drive. So first of all, let's sort by exhaust velocity and cancel a few things. Ion drive is strictly just a worse version of the grid drive, so we don't need you. And I think the rest can all be, yeah, these liquid rockets. No, we're not interested in any of those. We can clean that up. So the burner drive has less exhaust velocity, considerably less than the grid drive, which means that it is less good for long range stuff, but it is much faster in terms of actual just thrust, including, and it's not listed here, we have to look in the mouse over, it's got a much higher combat thrust multiplier, which does give us a little bit more ability to maneuver, whereas the grid drive basically doesn't. So I propose we do add the burner drive. We'll go for the full set of 6. And I don't know how many propellant tanks we're going to need. We're going to put 10 for a second here. Let's take a look at the power plants. And I think one of the big things with this is efficiency or the power, right? We want the least amount of tons per gigawatt. And mostly here, we don't want the class 3, like if we've got the class 3 gas core, there's no reason to do the others. It's just going to be way more efficient for us. Yeah, you can see here, like the material cost per gigawatt is lower because we need less of this. It's got higher maximum. We can't even use the reactor 1 version on here because it doesn't generate enough power. So we always want to use the best one. The solid gas core, or the solid core, same thing. We're just going to go and hide the others. So I think the burner drive needs the gas core one to work. I think our grid drive doesn't care. It just uses any power. And we don't need the fuel cells either. So we'll leave these both here because we might have different requirements for our engines, but we'll do this. Plus, the gas core fission is clearly the most efficient one, so we're going to go and throw that in. We always need a battery. We only have lithium-ion batteries, so we'll put that in. We always need a radiator. And again, what we want is tons per gigawatt, and we don't want to use the aluminum fins, so we'll have to use the titanium, which is not great. We're looking for replacement, but we don't have it yet. We have room for 3 utility modules. We don't need heat sinks. If we did, it means we wouldn't have to have our radiators extended all the time. I've never particularly cared one way or the other for that. We could throw in the liquid hydrogen containment, which will give us extra delta V, which isn't bad. But I think what we want is, I think we want at least 2 magazines here to give us a bunch more volleys of the torpedoes, even if things live that long. And then a targeting computer so that we can cancel the ECM. Now, to me, looking at this, I mean, certainly it would be nicer to have a better radiator. But this, to me, is a perfectly fine ship, and I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I think we may as well wait for the targeting computer level 2 to finish, which is going to finish in a tick. But the reason I was doing this is because we finished the burner drive, and the question was, what am I going to queue up in that spot instead? We could still consider This is a even higher exhaust velocity, but we don't need that right now. I think our radiators... So the tin droplet radiator is the one we're ultimately going to want. I think, barring the exotics, certainly it's very good. But I don't think we need it for this first ship. We'd use it. If we had it unlocked, we'd definitely throw it on the ship, but I don't think I have to wait for that to finish. I'm wondering, is it time to just do the maglev trains? Because the sooner we do this, the more it'll pay off. Or you know what? Europe Ascendant? This isn't going to give us Switzerland, right? No, but it does lead to Greater Europa, which... Man, is it time to just start investing in this? It's a huge expense. We don't have the social science boost yet, but we will. Okay, tell you what, let's go to shipyard right now. Well, we only have 18% boost to that too, but it is cheap. Do I need the fission reactor? Not for stuff. Do I care about the farm, the solid core? We might not need the solid core at all because we're already on the gas cores. I don't suppose I have the next level gas core in here somewhere, do I? Not there. Did I accidentally not favorite it? No, it just hasn't unlocked. We don't need the foam metal armor because I think that's strictly less good than the nano. And yeah, battery-wise, I don't tend to care either. We'll probably pick up a battery tech at some point. But I suppose if it's going to be something where I do want a battery, I might just want the best one. It's kind of like, I just want the cheapest, lightest one. Yeah, see, that's heavier, but obviously has more power. But again, we might just want to see which one's the lightest possible battery we can have. Molten salt battery seems bad, right? Because either we're going to want to run the lithium sodium or sulfur because it's less heavy, or we're going to want to run the graphene battery because it can hold more capacity for situations when we need it. Although that's 40 gigajoules. Huh, that is interesting. And yeah, I don't think I care about heat sinks. North Channel Crossing might come up later, depending on what we grab somewhere. Oh, this is the MC boosting building. Operation centers. Let me research that. That's what we want. It's not even going to take very long to do. Although what I'll do is I'll peel back here for a second just to get the targeting computer as quickly as possible, because that'll go into our ship design. And then maybe I'll go and put 3 pips into just operation centers to finish that, so we can start getting some mission control. Again, mission control will fix itself. Well, no, our control points will fix itself when Theon comes. The mission control won't unless, I stop abandoning the points. But yeah, we're going to build some of those bad boys. But I'll start with this first so that it can queue up the ships. All right, I think this is a good place to put in a cut. We've got a bit of a plan. Hopefully, I don't know how many alien ships are in orbit anymore, but the answer is at least some. And we could go and attack. Oh, I didn't realize that. The servants actually even have fleets already. Just show me human factions. Yeah, we got a few with a few. I mean, I had my one ship, I suppose. Until we're in open war with the servants, I don't think we have to worry about them attacking our stations. But that is certainly a thing to consider. All right, folks, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.